let's see what happened. Last thing I knew, I was getting everything packed up, wrapped up for the storm, and boy was it a set of storms that came through. So let's see how we fared. It looks like the generator and all its little buddies all good over here. Concrete's good underneath there. The saw is pretty good. I don't think my plastic held up very well up top. Some did okay, but there's well, the tarp did all right. Looks like we got a little swimming pool going on in here, but we got the broom around here somewhere over there in the corner, so I think we'll just broom some of this out and then go around and we'll assess the damage on the edges and see if we had any swelling or anything that blew up on the edges, and all that stuff stayed pretty well covered too. So surprising, because the wind was crazy last night, and if it was crazy in suburbia, it had to be super crazy here. But as you can see, I mean, there's probably an inch or two of standing water there. So let's change our boots and then get some of this water out of here. So we couldn't film much of that because it was the two of us taking down this tarp and all that, but we got a majority of the water out. There's a couple little spots here and there that still have a little bit of water in them. Sean's gonna go over to the pole barn and get the leaf blower. We're gonna blow up some of this puddles, kind of spread it around a little. I think I'm just gonna leave this piece of plastic up just for tonight, just because it makes me feel better. I might actually fix it a little better, but all the tools and everything that was under here stayed dry. It was just around the edges really that got wet. So hopefully, knock on wood, literally, I don't see any swelling or anything warping yet. So if we can get this dried out, but the temperature's dropping fast. I mean, it's just crazy weather. It was 75 yesterday, it's 38 right now. It's 2 o'clock in the afternoon, 38 degrees. So we're gonna try to get some of this, like I said, moved around, dried up, and then we got another whole day of work ahead of us. So this is just kind of another preview video, not the full video. So you gotta stick around for that one. All right, well, hey friends, welcome back to what I think is officially day 12. Not calendar days, but days of work, because the last day 12 that we were supposed to have was the day I was scrambling around, putting plastic up all over all this stuff and getting it covered up. So welcome back. We're finally getting back to business here on the Cabin Build series, and we're glad you're along with us. It's a balmy, what is it, baby, 32?
I don't know if it's that warm.
It might be 30 and windy. I mean, why not? You know what?
It's cold.
It was 70 2 days ago. We had a big line of thunderstorms come through 3 days ago. 70, yep. Big line of thunderstorms, which is why I tried to cover everything up. We still got a couple inches of water, but everything looked great. And now it's 30 degrees. I think the high today is going to be 37. But we got to work. You know, the sun's out, so you got to make hay. So that's what we're going to do. Enough of me jabbering. You got the weather report. Get yourself something warm to drink, because you're definitely going to need it today. And let's get to busy. Okay, so similar setup as we had at the end of day 11. I think the end of day 11. I'm losing track of days. Anyhow, where I was just cutting rafters. Sean's gonna do that today. Thank goodness the boss lady's here. We'll get some work done. So same deal. We have the template right here behind us. We got some boards over here. She's gonna lay them out. She's gonna mark them. She's gonna cut them. And then I'm gonna jump up on the scaffolding, which I'll show some video of that. My janky little thing that I made just wasn't cutting it. Not with this wind, and that's up, you know, 16 feet up in the air. I just wasn't comfortable. So I rented some scaffolding, and it was $58 for a week. Now, surely your life and broken bones is worth $58 a week. It sounds like an insurance commercial, but you know, 58 bucks. Yeah, and it's rock solid. It's pretty steady. So I'm gonna jump up there, start putting rafters up. She's gonna sit down here, stand down here, and keep knocking these rafters out. I'm gonna throw it on time lapse because the generator and air compressor are right behind you, and you're not gonna be able to hear a thing anyhow. So let's. You ready?
Busy.
You ready?
Get ready.
scarf joint is getting a little weak. I don't know if it was the rain or what, but it's bowing in the middle. See, we're coming apart right here a little bit. So I think my shims came loose. My lag bolts are holding, but it's making this not level. So I'm gonna jack this up a little with this bottle jack and see if we can't get it level. So let's see what we can do here. Okay, so you probably can't see the bottle jack, but I got it jacked up. I literally had to come up maybe a ½ inch was all. So I did. Now we're nice and level. I know we're going out of order, but I'm gonna nail these trusses in the middle first to help hold this up. Then we'll go back and finish those trusses and nailing those trusses to the top plates, and then we'll keep moving on. But we had to get it level first, and this is, I think, the best way. I don't know. Leave your comments down below. Let me know what you think, if there was a better way other than not doing a scarf joint, because it's too late to change that now. So let's get these thrown up. I'll nail them up here. Sean's gonna nail them down there. Then we'll go back and finish the sides on the top plate. So lots of noise, but got to make a point here. So I got ahead of myself. You see up here, I did not do the OSB for the outside. So I'm gonna have to piecemeal that together. So what I'm gonna do right now, Sean's still cutting these trusses right behind me. I'm gonna take this scrap piece of OSB that we had from somewhere, I think over there. I'm gonna attack this little guy in place as a temporary brace. I'll set it up there. I'm gonna nail it here, and then I'll cut out around the door. It's just a lot easier than trying to measure and figure all that stuff out. I ain't trying to do all that. I'll get the Sawzall and we'll zip this door right out, and then we'll cut this same thing. We'll cut a piece for right there. Mostly I'm just worried about up along the top. So when I put the rest of these trusses on, they're sitting proper where the ½ inch OSB is. So let's do that real quick. Here's a little view from up on top of the scaffolding. You can kind of see why we call it Watavue Mountain. So let's see, that's the west. Heading back to the north right here. And heading east. The beautiful thing is in the spring, summer, we can't see that farm down there, but it's not like it's a city. It's a farm. It's a beautiful sight. People doing their thing. There you go. So now heading back towards the south. And you see our trusses. See that half-finished pole barn. We're gonna get that finished one of these days too. Then back up to the top of the mountain, where someday, maybe possibly, we'll have the big log home. Right now though, I'm good with this little guy. So that's our view though. Beautiful, isn't it? All right, so a little smoke in the face, sorry, but we got the fire going. It's still like 40 degrees here, even though I'm sweating underneath here. But as you can see, we got all the proper trusses done. So we still have to do the flies. We're gonna do a fly truss on each end. So we have 26 feet all together. So we have a 1 foot overhang. But I'm not messing with that today, I don't think. I think next we're gonna move a lot of this equipment out of the way. First, we're gonna check to make sure we're square and see if we need to do some banding with some of those ratchet straps. Make sure we're square up there, and then we're gonna start lifting sheets of OSB up there, start getting that nailed down to get it a little more structurally sound. And at this point, a lot of you might be scratching your head saying, wait, why did they use 2x4s instead of 2x6s for the roof? And it purely was just an oversight on my part. Our plans came from, I'm not going to say the name of the site because I can't remember exactly. Cheap Sheds maybe, but these are shed plans. And as I've been converting things over, I did not convert the rafters over. So I'm hoping, like the walls, once we got the OSB on there, they really tightened them up and firmed them up. And I'm hoping it's going to do the same thing with the roof. If not, we'll come back and I'll do some blocking on the inside to help firm that up. And again, we don't have a snow load here. We have a wind load, but that's usually going to be the walls, not the roof. So we'll see. We'll see what we got to do to tighten it up. So that's where we're at. Trusses are done. Big high five to Sean for knocking those out while I was up on the scaffolding getting that done. So enough of me jabbering. Let's move some stuff around and see if we can throw some OSB up there. Well, not today. Just like before, doing all this editing, I think we're going to save that wood on the roof for the next video. I came up with a pretty neat idea on how to get it up on that east side because it's no joke. You'll see. So stick around. Absolutely blessed. I'm at the mountain today doing this closeout for you, so you know it's a great day. God has truly blessed us all the way around with our health, with these opportunities, and with the friends and family that we have, and to have you along with us. So thanks for coming. Thanks for joining us. We hope you're enjoying this build series. It's really becoming more and more rewarding for us as we go along. Especially as we start to see more progress like the rafters going on. So again, thank you. We can't thank you enough. If you like this, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and hit the little bell icon over there so you know when we post new content. And then of course, look up here. We're going to post another video. I'm sure it'll be something related to this build series. And until next time, be safe.